Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of the Park Streamers Hangout. So glad you guys can make it here with us today. I am Cordy in California, and we have here, of course, Berry Place 28 and Theme Park Casual. And we can just kind of go around the horn, Theme Park Casual, if you want to let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah. Hey, kids. Welcome to the Park Streamers Hangout. I am Theme Park Casual. You can find me on YouTube at Theme Park Casual, as well as X and Instagram at the same handle, Theme Park Casual.
And we have Berry Place 28. Let everybody
Hey,
know where they
everyone.
can find you.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Yep, you can reach me find me at Berry Place 28 on Instagram, X, and of course my favorite place, YouTube. So check me out there, and thanks for all the support.
And Cordy in California. So on YouTube, Cordy in California, Instagram, same. And then thanks to Theme Park Casual, I know what my handle is on Twitter because I couldn't remember what it gave me. But I think I'm, Cordy and Kelly 1. So tonight we have some fun stuff to cover. As you may have seen, Berry Place 28 and I went to the Not Scary Farm announcement, so that was fun. But it's going to be kicking off here right in 2-3 weeks, the actual event, right, the 21st. So we're going to kind of go over what to expect there, what's new, what's, leaving, and just kind of all the fun things around that. And also we have a lot of things coming up with Tiana's
Palace.
Tiana's Palace. I want to say place. Tiana's Palace will be opening up on September 7th, so that's coming up quick. And those are kind of the two big things that we wanted to discuss, tonight on our podcast. So I guess we'll get right into it. I know there's a lot to cover on the Not Scary Farm, which a lot of people are looking forward to.
Absolutely. So, go ahead. Were you gonna say something there, Theme Park Casual?
No, I was just going to say you guys were the ones that went to the event, so why don't you guys let us know what was going on that night?
Sure. So first of all, thank you to everyone who was watching our live streams last week. We had a great time. 3 hours went by so fast. And obviously there's they didn't start the show right away at 7:00, and they didn't start the hanging right away. So for those of you who are waiting, thank you so much for your patience. We had a great time, and we hope that you enjoyed watching the live stream. So they announced that they're going to have 10 frightening mazes. 3 of them are brand new, and 7 are returning mazes. So why don't we talk about the new ones real quick? So the first one they announced that was brand new is the Chilling Chambers. So Chilling Chambers actually began in 1977, and this unsightly attraction pays tribute to its past while horrifying today's audience. So the Keeper, which is this gentleman right here in the middle, he leads you through a foreboding cathedral, encountering classic maze themes. And then, of course, it's unleashing 50 years of modern terror, reliving the eerie collections and diabolical characters of seasons past. So, Cordy, what did you think about the chamber announcement? Oops.
Well, it kind of I was trying to take it in, but not knowing kind of, really anything about the event. I went in blind. I've seen a few live streams here and there over the past, but as scared as I am, it looks really cool. I love the idea of it and kind of what they're putting together, but see, that looks scary. So I'm curious to see when you guys cover it, what it's going to look like.
What, are you saying you're not going to go to Not Scary Farm?
And then what else do we have there?
Oh no! What'd you think, Casual, about the announcement of the Chilling Chambers?
It sounds great. I like that they're bringing in stuff from the past to honor the milestone of 50 years. I mean, Knott's Berry Farm was the originator of these haunt events like this at the theme parks, these big time things. So for them to kind of crank back the clock a little bit and kind of put something in that was, that honors the past. I love when the theme parks do that, because when they, we all see it with Disney sometimes where we feel like they don't honor the past quite the right way. Stuff like this is where, Knott's has a chance to honor their past, their own history. And with something as special as Knott's Scary Farm, I love that they're doing this. So I'm excited to see it.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's going to be great too, and I'm looking forward to it. Plus, the Keeper just looked like a new, cool, villain to have back. So, and I actually, so Room 13 is the next one. So this is Violent Murders at the Blind Tiger, which I love the fact that they're using the Blind Tiger as a background for this maze. It's interrupted by Prohibition era revelry on Memory Lane. A dangerously addictive new cocktail named the Devil's Elixir, which is a drink they will be serving at Knott's Scary Farm, which I did try, seems to be at the root of the mayhem. And where did it come from? The answers may lie at the heart of the extravagant Argive Hotel, where many have checked in, but none have checked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the maze that I'm looking forward to the most out of. I think this is probably the second most anticipated thing for me. We'll get to the first most anticipated thing, but this one I am so excited because last year it was the first time I got to see the Goring 20s, which this is going to be its third season, and it was the runaway hit of 2021. It was all the talk. Everybody was talking about how the Goring 20s was the scare zone. Everybody loved it. When I went last year, it was the place I was hanging out the most because it's got the live swing band up on the platform. They've got everybody in the 1920s garb, and it just has that vibe of we're having a blast over here, and it's just popping off. Everything's happening. So I can't wait to go through a maze that's dedicated to this theme.
Very cool. Well, we know you'll be hanging out.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Like I said, it's my favorite scare zone, easily favorite scare zone. So like I said, now that they get a maze that's in theme for it, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So Corey, what do you think when you're going to go through this maze? What's your anticipation?
Well, I'm curious. So you guys said the backdrop. So is this like the saloon or something, or is this in the Roaring 20 area? Like,
okay. What this is before the area became the boardwalk where hang time and everything is, it was called the Roaring 20s. So it was a Roaring 20s airfield theme, and then they changed it over. And this back little corner where the bumper cars and the Walter Knott Theater are, it was dubbed Memory Lane. And in the last couple of years, they've kind of reinvigorated that theme of the 1920s, of the Roaring 20s, with the prop shop pizzeria that they added, a little bit of adjustment to the Walter Knott Theater facade a little bit, and then the factory store. But part of what's on one of the fun things, it's kind of like the Peekins in Ghost Town. They have a little spot near the entrance to Cordy's corner, the shop. There's a door, and above it you see the sign that says Blind Tiger. And at the door there's a little buzzer, little doorbell that you can go and ring. When you ring it, you hear voices from the inside, and they'll be talking like gangsters and mobsters, and they'll make some snide comment and basically tell you to get out of there. So it was a fun little thing that Knott's Berry Farm does, called the Blind Tiger, and it's just like this fun little gag. Well, I don't know what happened, but they started producing merchandise for the Blind Tiger, which Bob luckily has his T-shirt, which I still need to get mine. But it's a fantastic logo, all Art Deco. It's got the illustration of a tiger, and then right across his eyes is a band, like a little block that covers his eyes, and it says Blind Tiger. And it just turned into this thing that was just like, oh my gosh, Blind Tiger is so cool.
It is.
There's no real club. There's nothing about it. It's just this door with a little funny doorbell. But it turned into something. And that's one of the things that I love about it, is that it's just this kind of like inside joke at, Knott's Berry Farm. And now they've kind of blown it up into having the Goring 20s centered around it. And now they've got a maze that's going to be utilizing it. So it's just taking, like I said, it's when a theme park can honor their history, it's so much more fun. And this one is taking something that was just a little gag and blowing it up into something that becomes something that's very endearing for all of us Knott's Berry Farm fans.
Absolutely. And I do have to say thank you to Theme Park Casual, because not only did he give me the Blind Tiger shirt for my birthday last month, but I also got a little decanter that says Blind Tiger, and I got a really nice glass, it's like a whiskey glass. So very, very cool. I love all that stuff. And I mean, not just because it's the Blind Tiger, but it was really, really cool. And it came from Theme Park Casual. So thank you again. So now that you know a little bit more about it, Cordy, what do you think?
Well, that sounds pretty cool, but it's in a maze, so it's going to be, because I really, I thought that was so fun. I got a kick out of the guy. I forget his name, but the gangster guy that was just walking around and was just like, "You looking at me?" Just kept.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was pretty cool. Well, I think I'm looking forward to it, because like Theme Park Casual was saying, is that this is kind of a throwback to the Blind Tiger. It's not just a scare zone, but a full maze now. And they've really tried to tie it into something. So the fact that this new thing called the Devil's Elixir seems to be the root of the problem that's killing all these people. So where did the Devil's Elixir come from? I mean, it seems like a very 1920-ish type, maze that you would go through, and it just sounds exciting. It sounds fresh, sounds new. And the fact that they tied in a new drink at Knott's Berry Farm called the Devil's Elixir that you can actually have there, it really ties into the scare zone and to the maze. So they've done a great job of trying to merchandise the whole thing. And I'll tell you all about the Devil's Elixir later when we talk about some of the food. But I just like how they've kind of tied everything in to make it, just kind of, I don't know, concise and all together. I love the feel of what they're doing for this year. I didn't have a chance to go to Knott's Berry Farm last year, but I did go the year before, and it was good and everything. But it feels like they listen to people, and they decided to really just go all out this year to bring things back that people liked, people wanted, and to do things that were fresh and new. So that's why I'm excited about this new maze. So the last one that's brand new. It's called Cinema Slasher. And I think this is the one where Theme Park Casual is going to talk about. It's the one he's most looking forward to. And I think probably myself too. So you're going to embark on a journey through midnight theater, entering horror film worlds where you must survive the deadly slasher's rage. Can you escape the movie nightmares, or will you be trapped among decaying corpses in the ruined theater? The sinister midnight theater beckons the brave into Cinema Slasher. So I think this is going to be cool, because what they talked about at the opening is that this is kind of the tie-in for the 50 years of Knott's Berry Farm. So as you enter the maze, you're actually entering through the movie screen, and you end up in the movie. And the movie is basically many, many scenes from past mazes they've had that were really popular, and you have to try to survive getting through all the mazes, obviously. So I think that's what I'm really looking forward to. Since Theme Park Casual, you talked last time, Cordy, do you want to talk about this one, and what do you think of it, this announcement?
Well, this one does sound really cool. I don't know. Obviously, I've never been, so I wouldn't kind of have that history of, oh wow, this is recognizing the different the past mazes. But I think that the idea of it is great. Kind of what I envision. I'm like, oh, that's like you said, walk through the screen, and just that whole you're immersed in it sounds like something that's going to be really popular and probably be around for quite a while after this. But I think I would do that one if I were to go, hypothetically.
Just that one.
That's one of them. It does interest me because I mean I know it's like past mazes, but like for me, I'm like, oh yeah, like the whole like horror movie kind of vibe is yeah, I think is cool.
Casual.
This one, it's going to be interesting because they can't use the actual characters from the movies that we know, so they're going to have to be kind of takeoffs on it. And if you were saying that it's going to be, is this the tribute maze, the one that's going to be
Yes.
more of the past ones? So yeah, it's going to be kind of like the spin-offs, like the interpretations of the different slashers, because the mazes that Not Scary Farm has had over the years don't necessarily coincide with any movie properties. Most everything that Not Scary Farm has done has been all original, which is another wonderful thing. I personally like it when it's not based on a movie per se. I remember some of the stuff that they used to do, and there would be spoofs and parodies, and they'd make fun of things inside the mazes, which was really fun to see sometimes.
Right.
So this one, I'm kind of curious as to what they're going to do with this one and how much it's going to be, basically lifting almost exactly what they had, or are they going to kind of spin it a different way and have, kind of like a blend of an homage with a new maze. You know what I mean?
Well, from what it sounded like to me, and Cordy, you can chime in too, but it sounded like to me that, they wanted to find some way to tie all the past mazes together. And of course, it's going to be specific scenes or specific parts in mazes they had before that were really, really popular.
Okay.
So I think it's really cool because they found a great way to tie this in. Because I was thinking too, it's like, well, how are you going to walk through, this maze, and then you're going to walk through this maze from the past? How are they going to make that work? And they came up with a great idea of saying, hey, well, you go into this movie theater, you end up going through the movie screen, and you end up in the movie. And so it's like you're going from scene to scene of past mazes. So yeah. I think it's a great idea. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I think
have you guys noticed anything of what mazes or scenes would be included?
They didn't. I don't remember them talking specifically about.
Yeah, I was going to say I didn't hear anything that night of them mentioning any particular mazes that are going to be featured. So I'm curious. Do you have any guesses as to what's one maze that you would think that has to be featured?
Oh boy.
I know for me, there has to be a scene from Dominion of the Dead.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Now that you said that, I think did they mention something about Dominion? Yeah, it would have to do Dominion of the Dead. That's definitely one of them.
That's like one of the classics that they had. That one, what was the other? Was it Paranormal Inc.? I think was another.
Yeah, they had Paranormal. You know what though? I mean, that was a good one. Don't get me wrong, it was a good one, but they had that for so many years. I don't know if they would do that one again, or if they're focusing on stuff from further in the past. Because Paranormal Inc. was not too long ago. Pumpkin Eater was not too long ago. Pinocchio was too long ago. The Tooth Fairy, wasn't too long ago. So there's a lot of great mazes they've had recently, but they weren't that many years ago. So hopefully they're reaching into the past, like Dominion, to bring some of those really, really old ones back.
Yeah.
I know Cordy can just name off like 5 or 6 of them easily.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which one they choose. I don't remember them exactly saying which ones, and who knows, maybe they were trying to leave it as a surprise, or maybe they're going to do another announcement later. Who knows? But we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's move on down to some of the other ones. So obviously these are returning mazes. There's about 7 returning mazes. So we have 10 mazes total, and then a couple rides, which we're going to talk about too. So Bloodlines 1842. This is the Enter the Battlegrounds, the war-torn streets of the steampunk neo-Victorian city of Valdonia, as your clan's perilous journey takes you into the heart of the raging war between your brethren and immortal daybreakers and bloodthirsty vampires. So this one is a good one. I'm looking forward to this one coming back.
Yeah, it's interesting. They removed I think I've heard that they've removed the interactivity portion where this one was the shoot 'em style.
Yeah, you know what? Let's see here. It says, armed with only your wits and courage, find the remaining Daybreakers and help them destroy the king. Yeah, so it doesn't look like they have the guns anymore. This was an interactive one, like Theme Park Casual was talking about, and it was cool because you had a gun that you could shoot them and everything, and it was very neat. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're bringing that back, unfortunately. So
yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, it was kind of, at least, well, the only time I went on it, it was the very first maze I did, and it was like at 6 o'clock, so it wasn't quite dark yet. So I don't know if that changes anything with the little laser guns that you get. So that could have an effect on it, because I was like, it's okay to have the guns, but you really don't need them. It really doesn't do much.
What was the one with the zombies? Sorry, go ahead, Cordy.
Was that the what? I think I saw it on a video or something, right? Was it the vampires that were kind of flying over, like you walk through and?
Yeah, there's some that are on like
okay,
on the truss, and they've got the rig with the wheels and everything, and they'll like slide, jump off of one platform, and they'll wheel themselves all the way across in the air above you. And the whole time you're like trying to shoot at the little thing on their chest or whatever to make the lights go off or whatever. So.
All right, and then we have the Grimoire. I can't even talk tonight again. The Grimoire. So you turn the page and enter the world of an ancient relic whose dark stories exist purely to turn your greatest nightmares into realities. Try to escape the horror of the evil creatures released by the mysterious book, or have your soul eternally trapped within the pages of the next chapter.
Yeah, this one, it was really cool. I liked this maze last year. It was very well done, a real cool theme and storyline to follow along. So you've got the book that, releases the evil or whatever, but as you're going through, it's like you're traveling through time. So there's different points and places that you're going through, and the scenes completely change from one to the other. So you go from like a campground, and then you're like in a 1950s kitchen, in somebody's house, but all the people are, it's all black and white. So you feel like you've gone back in time. It's really, really cool. So yeah, it is one of the better mazes from last year that I remember.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go through this one, so I'm looking forward to seeing it for the first time and checking it out. So, any thoughts, Cordy?
Sorry, I guess I'm not too.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so the next one we have that's returning is Mesmer. So within the canvas tent lies the secrets of the most potent force in the universe, the human mind. Give in and succumb to the hypnotist Mesmer and his sinister sideshow as he pries into your hidden fears. Release your inner thoughts and descend into a world of madness, torture, and eerie enlightenment where you will uncover grotesque secrets hidden as you brave through the most terrifying show ever created. So I've been through this one before, and I remember it, and it was cool. I liked it. It was different. I think isn't this where they had the Shogun Warrior one before? It's over by Excalibur. Excalibur. I can't even. Excalibur. And we're talking about Vegas, hotel rooms there. No, over by
Accelerator.
Accelerator. Thank you. See, started with the X.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's cool. It's got a lot of the trippy, like optical illusion stuff in it. So yeah, it's kind of a fun one for that. I wish that. I wish they would do some mazes like that with a little bit more special effect type of things like that instead of necessarily the gore kind of stuff. I wish they would have one maze that it's like, okay, there's no gore in this one, but it's, got all the cool special effects and weird stuff and just make, like an overall creepy feeling rather than actual, gore and body parts and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be cool if they could do that. Every once in a while, Halloween Horror Nights will do the same thing where they'll do a maze like they did Ghostbusters one year, and it was not, grotesque or anything like that. I mean, they just had characters from the films and they made it scary, but it wasn't like blood and guts and gore.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of cool if they did something like that. I agree. And then next we have the Origins, Curse of Calico, which is great. So if you had the opportunity to see the live stream last Thursday when me and my wife and Cordy and Andrew Disney and his girlfriend Maria went, we got to walk through this maze and all the lights were on, which is really cool because this is a fun maze to go through. It's one of my favorite ones, and I'm glad they're bringing it back, obviously. But just giving you an idea.
Bob, real quick, Bob, I think you may have a bot in your chat.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, that Ben with the Ohio raid. I think that's a bot.
Uh-oh. Let's see here. Sorry, everyone. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Let me... Sorry, are you seeing the screen? You're still seeing the Knott's Berry Farm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So just to read through this one, thanks for letting me know about that. So the Origins, the Curse of Calico, you'll pierce the veil of time and discover the secret of the evil fog that hangs over Knott's Scary Farm. In the Origins, the Curse of Calico. Unearth the sinister paranormal activity that plagues the town as Sarah Marshall is put on trial for her suspected crimes of witchcraft. All will be unveiled when the Green Witch rises up and curses the townsfolk, transforming all who have accused her into a wicked horde of malicious creatures with an eternal quench for the living. So, sorry, as I was saying though, as you're watching as you were watching the stream last week, you got to see everything with the lights on, which is really cool. Obviously, there was no one there to scare us. It was just, lights on so you could see what it looked like inside the maze. What's amazing is they put this big maze in that barn, the red barn, and there's so much to it. And yet it's so cool to see, the transformation of how you go through this town and then, see the witch at the end, which to me has always been one of the amazing parts because she flies around, in a circle. What do you think, Theme Park Casual?
Yeah, this one's a good maze. It's really well done, and I love the theming. And then it's got the little Easter eggs for Ghost Town, if anybody remembers Haunted Shack and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun to see those things. And again, it's one of those things where it's like I love it when a theme park can look back at their history and not be ashamed of it or not try to hide it. Just things change, but you know what, we remember it too. And for the fans, we're happy to give you guys a little bit of fun with it.
Right.
And Cordy, this is one you can comment on since you got to see it. So
yeah, I don't know. It was like I was going through and I'm like, okay, but then they were pointing out, there would be somebody over here jumping out of here and jumping out of here. So I don't know if it was interesting. Like I was like, okay, this is okay. And then
so let's ask you this. You saw it with the lights on. Yeah. How creepy did it feel with the lights on?
It's still, that's why it felt creepy, because then I was looking at all the spots where someone will be with the lights off. So then I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be dark. And then it would get like such tight quarters. I'm like, so I'm gonna like walk through this little tiny space and there's gonna be somebody like coming out of this corner. And then Andrew pointed out, because when we got to the part with the book, right, the witch, that area, so I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And he's like, yeah. And then she's gonna fly around. And I said, so they're distracting you with this, like, oh wow, this is cool. And then something's gonna scare you from over here. And then there was that little that area where you walk through. It was like those what was that? It was like those puffy
airbags.
The airbags, yeah.
The puffy things. Yeah. Why'd you have to like get through that? And then that final part where I'm like, really, we can't leave until we walk through this like lights and fog thing. That I was like, I think I'm just gonna stay in here.
Right. Well, one of the things that's right there, and they didn't have it working, but it was a huge hand. It's like the witch's hand that comes out like to grab you. So it was there and you could see it, but it wasn't working, obviously. But I like the fact that as you got further into the maze, especially towards the end, all of a sudden it was lit up as if, you're going through the maze in the dark. And even though they didn't have the characters, the witches or the witch and other creatures, it was still just really really cool. It's like, oh, it's going to be like this. And like you said, it's that book is amazing. The way the fog comes up and it distracts you, and yet you got the witch hiding above, yelling and screaming and cackling at you. So it's very cool. And not only that, but this ties into the hanging, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. All right, so next is one of my favorites that they've been doing for many years. And I'm going to be sad when this does go away, because I think they said this is the last. Is it the last year for this one too? I think. Can't remember. I thought they said that, but the depths. So the depths, a heavy fog drapes over the abandoned port village, where ancient creatures lurk inside in the pitch black underground caves hidden below the seaside shores. The Night Watch mining crew has mysteriously disappeared, and the village rumors point to the eerie tunnels the town sits upon. Myths of the terrifying horrors that lurk within the cave have often been whispered but never confirmed. So basically, you are going into the depths of these, caves or mines beneath the town, and you find these creatures that are just vicious and from the depths. So I love it. I think it's great. One of my favorite rooms to go through is when you see, the fog and they got the laser lights going on and the creature comes up. It just, the whole thing is very immersive. And I love anything that's ocean themed anyhow. So for me, this is like right up my alley, and I love it. So I think it's great, and I'm looking forward to it coming back this year and going through that maze several times.
Yeah, last year I think I would put this in the top 3 or 4 mazes that I did, and mainly because of that one special effect when it's the fog and the lasers and everything. I was just like, this is so cool. It was, I didn't want to leave the room. I wanted to just kind of hang out in there for as long as I could. But yeah, then you get into all the nautical theme stuff. So they've got the Kraken and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
So it's just, if you like the lighthouse beach, kind of theme, this is going to be the maze you really like, because it does do very well with keeping that nautical theme going.
It's very, very cool. And Cordy, I know you haven't gotten to experience some of these other mazes before, but the depths is definitely a very, very cool. If anything, because I will tell you, when you go to Not Scary Farm, depending on when you go, and if it's a sold out night, which most of them probably will be, definitely try to, take the time to get over to the depths, because it's a great maze you don't want to miss. Hopefully you'll be able to catch everything, but sometimes, those lines can be kind of crazy and long. So get over there, because I know that the depths is also close to a couple of the other mazes that we have, like Dark Entities. So there's usually like 2 or 3 over there together. So definitely hit all of them at once. So Dark Entities, this deals with obviously UFOs. So you teleport beyond Earth into a realm where the darkness is absolute. In the depths of space, a lone station faces terror beyond all imagination. An extraterrestrial manipulation has invaded the station, and it's on the prowl for new hosts. The unearthly inhabitants' force increases as it feeds on the unwilling victims, and you have to escape the Dark Entities before its deadly force eliminates all living forms aboard this station. There's nowhere to escape when time is running out. And this is the last year they will be doing Dark Entities. So this is definitely one you want to go through. It's really, I liked it. It's really cool. It's not one of the best mazes they have, but it's always been a fun one to go through. Because it's a different take. It's not just horror. It's more like, you're in space. It's almost like you're in an alien film.
Yeah.
Horror alien film. But I like it. It's fun and it's neat. And the actors always do a good job of, acting out, their different characters, and, whether they're with the government or they're, an alien. So.
Yeah. This one, it's got people that are trying to scare you, and then other people that are like, they're victims there trying to warn you. So they're like, watch out, don't go in there. Whatever you do, you've got to get to blah, blah, blah. They're all like yelling at you. And, they're yelling at you, they're distracting you. And as soon as you turn around, there's the monster or the scare happens, so they're doing their part. This one, it wasn't one of my favorite mazes. There were like a couple of scenes that I liked. But for the most part, I thought this one was somewhat forgettable. So, but I like the idea that they have different themes. So getting away from just, typical, like scary ghost story. This one, it's that, sci-fi thriller kind of thing.
Right. And then the last one is Waxworks. So this one's returning again, and this seems to be a favorite of everyone's at Not Scary Farm. So mysterious lights and strange noises have begun to emanate from the eerie abandoned wax museum, and the once prominent plastic surgeon, Dr. Augustus Scratch, has been seen tinkering at night and is now ready to show off his beautiful yet terrifying lifelike masterpieces of hot molten wax and bloody flesh. Oof, eerie. It is a pretty eerie one, actually. So
this was the only one I didn't get to do last year. Is the only one I missed. Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I believe I did everything else, and then that was the one that either I forgot or I just never went back down, because it's down toward where the Ghost Rider trail is. So I never went back down that way.
Yeah, usually the Depth Star entities and Waxworks are together. So hopefully if you do go, you can try to catch all those. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this one again. But I know that everyone went crazy because it was one of the first ones they announced when they said, hey, we're bringing back, some familiar mazes, and everyone went crazy for Waxworks. So. And Cordy, do you have any thoughts on Waxworks?
That one I think would freak me out.
Yeah.
That one's pretty creepy.
And it might.
Those movies always freak me out.
Yeah, I think that one has the one with like the most body parts type of thing. So I think that one's got the most of it's got more special effects with makeup.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about the 5 sinister scare zones that we're going to have. So there's nowhere to hide at these expansive zones, immerse you in terror, and each offering a unique and spine-chilling experience for brave visitors. Who knows what creatures from Scary Farm's 50-year history you may find lurking in the fog. So these are the 5 scare zones that they're going to have. The Gauntlet is the first one. This was kind of cool because if you were watching the live streams that we were doing last Thursday, we actually went to the costume room where they were showing actual costumes from the Gauntlet that they're going to be using from the Scare Zone, and they actually had the creator of those costumes there to talk about. I believe her name was Lori. She was talking about how she created the costumes and what they were themed after, et cetera, et cetera. So the Gauntlet is, in this reimagined version of a fan favorite, classic characters return to invade Camp Snoopy, but with an updated twist. Guests will again encounter the king and queen of the realm, maniacal jesters, brutal barbarians, wicked wizards, and lawless peasants. But they've all returned with an onslaught of fresh terror. All hail the king or suffer the wrath of the Gauntlet. So yeah, this is going to be over by Camp Snoopy area. And I did not get to experience this one. Did they have this one last year?
No, this is the first year it's coming back. Year. Yeah, last year that area was
Oh, that's right.
I can't remember what they called it, but it was based. I think it was kind of playing off of the Pumpkin Eater.
Right.
Thing. But it was like they had. It was actually kind of cool because they had like Revolutionary War style zombies and monsters. So they were in those kind of outfits.
Yeah. I don't know. What did you think of the costumes, Cordy?
Oh, it was called the Hollow. The Hollow. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. The Hollow was last year.
No, I thought that was well, first of all, it was like a great break from the craziness. I think we went there right away. But
you didn't enjoy the craziness?
Nice house. They can't get us in here. But I thought that was a nice touch to kind of have that there. You kind of mix it up, right? Like a little piece of, I guess, behind the scenes. Touch.
Yeah. And then then we also have Ghost Town Streets. So obviously you got to experience that as we were doing our live stream last Thursday, because we got to go down the Ghost Town Streets. Obviously this is the original and the most terrifying scare zone that started all at Not Scary Farm. So bands of half human, half animal monsters prowl the streets and inhabit the fog and beware of the notoriously, God, I can't talk tonight, startling sliders who lunge from every fog-filled corner of the land. And that I love the sliders. I think they're so cool.
Oh man, the sliders are the most awesome thing in the scare zones.
I will say when I first went to Not Scary Farm many years ago as a kid, that was the thing that I remember the most, was seeing them slide on their knees, and then some of them had like metal fingers and stuff that just spark on the ground.
Yeah,
it was just
I
mean you never forget the sliders. Yeah, it's very cool. But also I love what's the one with the sledgehammer again? What is the sledgehammer called? The one that comes out at you and then comes back. Oh, I can't remember. You said it earlier, Theme Park Casual.
The sledgehammer?
Yeah, it's like a sledgehammer that comes out at you and then comes right back.
They like throw it.
What were they called? Yeah, they kind of like throw it at you, and it kind of comes at you and then all of a sudden goes right back, and it just scares you. It's really cool. I can't remember. You said it earlier, and I just can't remember what the heck it was called.
I have no idea what you're talking about. How could I have said something?
Oh, we were talking about before the stream started. So.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah. I forget what it was called, but anyhow, it was very cool because the monster comes up, and what was really neat is that like there was it was mixed monsters. Like one might be kind of like a hog or a pig, and a werewolf, or or one might be kind of like I don't know, just really sinister, crazy looking, half animal, half people monster. So I liked it.
Yeah, it was funny. I did the buffet last year, and they have a few of the monsters roaming around. Mm-hmm. And I'm the type that like I can't watch certain things while I'm eating, and it's like like I tried to watch Nightmare Before Christmas one time while I was eating, and I couldn't do it. I was just like,
whoa, you couldn't watch Nightmare Before Christmas while you're eating?
I don't know. It was like I could smell the plasticine from the little figures and everything, so I was just like, oh, I got to stop. So it's kind of the same thing with all the makeup and everything. You can kind of you get that plastic latexy smell. Even though you might not even really be able to smell it, I can smell it for some reason. So as soon as I see the characters, I'm like, oh. So I was having trouble eating because the monsters would walk by and I'd start feeling like I'm smelling the makeup and everything. And I'm just kind of like, ooh. So I had to kind of like, yeah, it's a mental thing. I know. I get it. I'm not. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that anybody else is as crazy and weird as I am. It's just, anyways.
But
so, yeah,
someone in this group also had the experience of checking that out. What'd you think, Cordy?
Oh, me.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, so what did you think of it going through Ghost Town with all the monsters and stuff wandering around? And you could see how they would, kind of walk and then, do the quick little jump scare kind of stuff.
That was, it was funny because I thought, oh, we have to get to like that area, right? Where I thought there is supposed to be, right, an area where it all kind of starts. Because I even heard, Disney Magic, my friend Victor, he sent me a clip. I guess I was caught on another stream when I first got the first scare actor or whatever, first monster came after me, and I was trying to use Bob as a shield. But that was scary, and I was trying not. Let me try not to show that I'm scared. But he must have noticed, or I'm hearing Maria might have been pointing at us to get them to come back and get us. That was something. And then when we went through, and there was some fog, and then I heard after, like, oh, that's nothing, right? It's going to be, it's like fog filled when it's kind of
that's what I was going to say. You saw it, and it was nowhere near as foggy and as disorienting as it is once things get going, because they didn't even have all the lights. They don't even have all the lights up. They have like the camouflage netting that they put over vehicles and stuff, like the military stuff they put it. That's what they have like right at the roof line. So that's all lining the top. So the fog doesn't leave as quickly as it would if it's just open. Mm-hmm. So the fog gets thick, gets really thick. And then they've got, like the like gobo style lights. So it's like a bunch of different points of lights spinning around and doing that, and they're like pointed in all different directions. so that almost no matter where you're looking, you've got a blinding light in your eyes. So it's like crazy disorienting. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
You stay crazy. She's like, really? Okay.
Okay.
I agree though. It was nice. I'm glad that they actually did some of that so people can kind of experience it. Like Danny said, it definitely was not as crazy or as
well, Brian Sevilla put it a perfect way. Oh, it was Ghost Town Light for sure.
Is that what he put? Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I was trying to bring his oh, what is going on? Oh, I can't do it because I'm sharing the screen. I was going to share his comment, but
okay.
Yeah.
He
I agree.
Ghost Town Light.
Yeah, definitely Ghost Town Light, but it still was nice and spooky. It was fun to go through, but yeah, it's definitely going to be, a lot scarier and crazy. And then the last two scare zones we have the Goring 20s, which we kind of already talked about. So you'll step back into the dark decadence of a bygone era as the newest scare zone. The Goring 20s terrorizes even the bravest and the most brutal souls. Here, gangsters run illicit hooch for the ghostly revelers as otherworldly musicians play music of the damned, and tell the bouncer the secret password, and you'll have the time of your life for as long as it lasts. What's the secret password? But again, you had already talked about the scare zone a little bit, theme park casual, so we kind of already have an idea what it's like. But clearly, it's going to tie into, the one that they're going to have the maze for the Devil's Elixir.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be cool and a lot of fun, like you said. Yeah, like I'm done. I already talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mentioned this is the one that I had the most fun with last year. It was the runaway hit from 2021. Obviously, they brought it back, and now they've added a maze for it. So this one is kind of growing in popularity, and I can't wait. Like you guys saw some of the gangs. I think at least one of them was there with one of the gangster guys. Then they've got they're dressed like newsboys, like the little cap and everything. And they run around and they've got like baseball bats. So they'll come right up to the trash can and get banging on the trash can or, up against the little newsstand that they put up. And then there's girls dressed in the flapper outfits, and they walk around and they've got little cigar boxes, and they'll snap it at you and stuff like that. It's so much fun. And like I said, when the band is going and everything's happening, it's like the people will start dancing, like the monsters will start dancing. It's hilarious. It's just so much fun. Like I said, I was just hanging out over in that area last year.
Well, that's the cool thing is that they're doing something that's horrific, but at the same time is fun and different, and it's something you can just enjoy and get into as well. So I'm kind of glad that they have that, because obviously there's a lot of horror related stuff that you're seeing, and it's still horror related. You're still going to see gore and stuff, but it sounds like it's going to be a little bit of a break from that to have a little bit of fun. So
yeah, definitely.
And then we have Carnival. So Knott's Boardwalk is taken over by Carnival, where the freak show is the main event and countless deviant clowns crave your undying attention. Oh, sorry. I got into it. It's so funny because they do that while you're going through the scare zones. So, but yeah, Carnival is always one of those classic ones. It's funny because my daughter, she does not like clowns whatsoever. So she definitely was like, "Ooh, that's one I would not like." But and it's funny how many people have phobias of clowns, and they would hate this area. But yeah, it's very cool. I like it. I'm glad they're bringing it back, and it's always a fun one because it doesn't take itself too seriously, most of the time.
Yeah, if you've got any aversion to clowns, definitely steer clear of that area, because it's creepy clowns, and they're made to look like zombie clowns. So it's just going to be that horrific for you if you don't like clowns.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. All right, so we've got a lot more to cover. We got the scare zones done. We got the mazes done. Let's talk about the 4 hair-raising shows they have. So they're going to have 4. The first one is Dr. Cleaver Returns. Ooh, look at that. So this is located in the Birdcage Theater. So your favorite demented doctor is back for more Halloween hygiene. So grab a seat at the world-famous Birdcage Theater for a journey into a great beyond. So that is the Dr. Cleaver Returns. Did you see that one last year?
I did not. I'm not sure if this one was here last year. I'm trying to remember what was in the Birdcage last year, but I don't remember. I didn't see whatever the show was in Birdcage.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I only went one time, so I had to kind of cram everything into one night. So.
All right. Well, this one is Le Magnifique Carnival du Grotesque. So this is on the Calico Mine stage, the big stage. So step right up and walk into the mysterious and darkness of malevolent Le Magnifique Carnival du Grotesque, a collection of death-defying feats and carnival acts that will delight your darkest desires and fill your senses with terror and delight. So definitely it's kind of like a dark, Cirque du Soleil type thing. And I think that'll be cool on the main stage, obviously.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nothing. It's not the. I don't know. It's kind of weird they put it on the big stage, and I guess they need it because some of the acts require a larger area.
Right.
But that one doesn't feel like it's a headliner type of show. I think it was it was passable. It was something you kind of catch as you're walking by, and they had different acts throughout the night, so it wasn't like a set show every time. It was this time you're going to get these 3 types of acts, and then the next time you'll get the guy on the big wheel thing that rotates around. But it's like you said, it's more Cirque du Soleil style, but with like a kind of a dark undertone to it.
Then we have the Music Monsters and Mayhem. Like that pumpkin. So at the Walter Knott Theater, they're going to have Music Monsters Mayhem that takes you on a scintillating and provocative musical journey celebrating the 50 years of terror and frights, featuring a rock score with wild laughs and a cast of singing and dancing monstrosities bound to get your heart racing with screams of delight. That sounds very family friendly.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, the last thing that they finally announced at the event for Not Scary Farm, and we got the chance to actually see it, is the Hanging Uncanceled. So they had kind of said, okay, this is going to be great because we're bringing it back. Now, I don't know if we actually saw the Hanging Uncanceled show.
No. They just gave you a little...
They just gave us a little preview.
Yeah, that was just a tiny little teaser to, basically give them a reason to shoot some fireworks off.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
yeah, that if what they're saying is, that it's back and it's uncanceled and it's going to be parody, it's going to be irreverent, it's going to, push buttons. I hope so, just because that was one of the funnest parts of Scary Farm from way back in the day.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, and the hanging was always cool, but it got to a point where it was very more funny and like a scary movie type, funny type thing.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a send up, and they were like basically like toward the end of it, it was like they were just killing every celebrity or popular character. It was pop culture just getting dragged through the mud basically.
So the funny thing was they actually did this at the main stage, but they had announced at the event that it was going to be at the Wagon Camp, and it shows here it is going to be at the Wagon Camp, so that's cool. So Lawman has returned to track down the vilest villains of the past year in this pop culture parody stunt extravaganza. So no one is safe at the gates of the Wagon Camp swing open. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Really what they showed, like you said, was just kind of a teaser. It wasn't very long, wasn't much to it, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that they're bringing it back, and I'm glad that they said, hey, we are going to do it no holds barred, not holding anything back. We're not going to try to, appease everyone. It's,
get rid of the politically correct stuff and just, roast everyone.
Exactly. And that's the way it should be.
Yeah. And like Brian Sevilla in my chat was saying that 600 people is all it holds. I hear. I think that I believe he's talking about Wagon Camp, but I could be wrong. But yeah, if that's a very small venue for the hanging, especially if it's coming back to how it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that it's not going to become an issue, because that is a very popular show.
Well, it sounded like, and actually, sorry, let me go back because there's a calendar on it. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. So on the website, there's these little calendars. Let me see if it. Oh, nothing's happening when you click on them. Okay, maybe they give the show times when they're actually doing it. I'm sure they will eventually if they're just not working yet.
Yeah,
but I got the impression that they weren't going to do the hanging just like once or twice a night. They were going to do it a few times. So
yeah,
hopefully that'll be the case.
Yeah, I think they used to do 2 shows a night way back when, but Brian is saying that it's going to be 3 shows a night. But I still think, I mean, 3 shows in the Wagon Camp, I don't think that's going to cut it. I think they're going to either have to bump it to 4 shows, or it's going to just be, there's going to be a lot of upset people that get turned away that aren't going to be able to see the show.
Mm-hmm. And Brian, thank you so much for giving us the information. Obviously, they gave out quite a bit, but it's bits and pieces, and I appreciate the follow-up and letting us know. So let's talk about exclusive merchandise. We are going to talk about the Legacy store in a bit, but they're going to have ghoulish enchanting apparel and must-have collectibles that celebrate Not Scary Farm's sinister past and present, and you can possess a piece of history and commemorative at this 50-year milestone in bone-chilling style. So we'll talk about the Legacy store a little bit more and some of the things they actually had there. We're actually going to play the video from Theme Park Casual's romp through the Legacy store on Friday night last week. They are going to have themed food and drinks, so you'll indulge in the wicked culinary creations that tantalize and taste buds with a sinister twist. And these devilish delights and cursed cocktails will seduce your palate, leaving you craving for more. So real quick, we did, you probably saw from the live streams, we made a stop to the one of the alcohol places twice. So my wife and Cordy had the zombie, what was it called? Zombie juice? Is that what it was? No, blood bag, zombie blood bag.
2 different blood bags, yeah. Positive.
Yeah, and then there was also an A positive blood bag, the zombie blood bag, the devil's elixir, which I had, and then they also had the black margarita. So they had some really interesting drinks there. The blood bags were really popular and big last year. I didn't go to Not Scary Farm, but they served them during the day so that people could buy them as well. They definitely are expensive because it's I think it's $19 for the A positive blood bag, and it was $18 for the zombie blood bag. It was $22 for the black margarita and $22 for the devil's elixir. I thought there was something else, but I can't remember. But yeah, they are pretty expensive. Now I will tell you, the great thing about the blood bag is that it's, it comes together. It's already mixed. They just give it to you. It's all nice, cold, and whatnot. But they were pretty strong. I was surprised that they actually were pretty strong. What did you think about yours, Cordy?
They were both good. I liked the green one. I think it was like green apple or something. That one.
Yeah, it had pineapple, green apple, vodka, I think it was as well.
Yeah, they were both vodka based.
Mm-hmm.
That's good and convenient carrying them around, because I was like, if I had to carry a cup around with ice, it was I liked the
blood bag.
Besides filling it everywhere when I couldn't figure out.
Yeah, that's true. I know. My wife liked hers. She thought it was really good too for the zombie blood bag. She had the black margarita next, and the black margarita to her, I had it too. I tasted it. It was okay. It was nothing spectacular. That was probably the one I stay away from out of all of them. They said that's the strongest one, and of course, a lot of people would go for the strongest, but I just thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything spectacular. The Devil's Elixir, that's the one that's based off of the maze and what they're going to have in the Goring 20s. That was pretty good. So it had tequila, lemonade, and cream de banana. And I was like, really? Banana? Really? We're going to mix a banana liqueur with this? But it was actually really good. It was a tall, like, one of those tall red cups, but this one was like a purplish, pinkish one. It seemed like it had a lot of ice in there. I'm thinking, oh, they really put a lot of ice in here and didn't give me a whole lot of, of the devil's elixir. But as I started drinking this thing, I realized, wow, there is a lot to this drink. It took me a while to drink it. I wasn't able to finish it real quick, but it was good. It was tasty. The tequila was not, too strong. Neither was the banana. It was just a really good mixed drink and cocktail. So I really liked it. It's something I would get again, but at $22, whew, that can be a very expensive night. I think just for the two drinks, the first time it was $48 and $47 second time. So that it can definitely get expensive. So bring your money to the park. Bring your credit card, I should say, because they're a cashless park now. But bring that credit card because you'll be definitely spending some money there at the park, especially on foods and drinks. So.
And those are all the Devil's Elixir and the Black Margarita. Those are all pre-mixed. It's not like they're making the cocktail there, right?
Correct. It's pre-mixed. It's in a pitcher. They just pour it into the cup, and that's it. So,
just want to let everybody know that what they're getting, so that they're not surprised.
But I will tell you though, even though they're pre-mixed, it tasted fresh, like they just made it, and all of them tasted strong, and that's good. I mean, you're paying for a good drink. And some people need a good stiff drink, obviously, while they're going to Knott's Dairy Farm. I won't mention names, but but yeah, it's something that at least you're going to kind of get your money's worth out of it. I just can't believe they're actually charging that much. I mean, you're spending more than you would at a Vegas, venue. It seems like for a drink.
Yeah, you would think for that price you'd get some sort of like little plastic souvenir type of cup at least.
Well, get the blood bag.
Keep the blood bag.
Well, the blood bag, yeah, but I mean, like the Devil's Elixir, you would think that they would have had even if it's just still the plastic cup printed with the 50th anniversary logo and something with the Devil's Elixir, just as a little kind of a keepsake. I don't know. Maybe nobody cares about that. But.
Well, and maybe they will once it's. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see once it opens. I mean, clearly these are in big, tall cups, and I was fine with the big, tall cups. But I would have thought that it would have come in like a collectible plastic cup or something like that. I mean, they show it, the Devil's Elixir, as being in like almost like a margarita cocktail type shaker. So you think they would theme it after that and give it to you. But then again, maybe they're going to, and we just don't know yet. Or maybe they're like, nope, we're not doing that. We're just gonna do the big, tall.
Yeah, I would think that if they were doing a preview event, they would pull out all the stops. So I would guess that that's probably how it's going to be for the season.
Yep. Now, one of the other things that they're bringing back, which people have been asking for a long time, is a Timber Mountain Log Ride Halloween Hootenanny. So board a log for a ride down the Furious Flume for a trip around our annual Hootenanny. And be on the lookout for aliens, ghosts, and more. And every citizen of Timber Mountain invite the mysterious creatures that live out in the woods and caverns of the area to join them as they celebrate the season at the Halloween Hootenanny. The one thing that I would like to know is, are they actually going to have people scaring you on the ride? That's
no, they don't.
Well, never mind.
Nope.
Forget it. I'm out.
The Halloween Hootenanny and we're going to get to it. The mine ride, the layovers are family friendly.
Yeah.
So they've got a little bit of, I think, spider webs and stuff on log ride, and I don't think they do that on the mine ride, but they do put like the spider webs and stuff up. But other than that, it's basically a family friendly ride with just a new song, and I think they adjust the scenes just a little bit.
I miss the days when they had people scaring you on the ride. It was so much fun. So
yeah, and we talked about it, Bob, that there was something about it, that the fact that you aren't in control of your movement, that makes it that much more scary, because you can't slow down, you can't speed up if you want to. You are stuck with whatever speed the ride is moving at. And I remember when Mine Ride was a maze, basically. That was the freakiest thing, because there was no way, you could not adjust in any capacity. It's like if you're on that side of the train, you're going to get those scares, and you're going to see these, and it's like you have no way of getting away from it. and you know it's coming, and that's what makes it that much scarier. It's like you're on a train that's moving you toward all these things, and it made it that much more fun.
Cordy's like, I'm fine with that. I'm good.
Yeah. We'll time out.
I mean, I'm glad they're bringing it back. It's cool. I mean, it'll be great seeing the skull on the mountain again. But yeah, I was kind of hoping they would bring back some of the, you know, make it a almost like a maze again. Of course, the Calico Candy Mine Ride. So every fall,
one little factoid though, real
sorry.
quick, with the Timber Mountain Log Ride with the Halloween Hootenanny. The song is written and performed by Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies. So
that's right, Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies.
And you know, one of those things where you know the park brings, you know, the Easter egg of having one of their performers actually write and record a song for one of the attractions. Just the coolest thing. So,
and if you guys have not seen Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies, you got to go see him. He is definitely a good show. Well, actually, all you have to do is go back to one of Danny's streams or my streams, or even I think Cordy has some streams and Knott's Berry Farm. But I think were they playing last Friday when you were there?
I was there on Saturday, and they were playing, and I caught just a little bit of it. I did catch a little bit of I think it was the second show.
They're great. They used to perform at Disneyland. Now they perform over at Knott's Berry Farm. Great group. A lot of fun to watch. Very funny. And they're a great band. So the fact that they actually took one of their songs and Queen is definitely, you know, a great thing, like Danny said. So okay.
For the rides, and maybe we're going to talk about it, but are all the rides open during the event, or?
Mm-hmm. For the most part, all rides
for the most part, all the rides are up. I'm trying to think of any. I don't think any of the mazes interfere with any of the attractions right now.
No, they should have all the rides open. The nice thing is too, if you do buy the scare, what do they call it? The Scream? Is it the Scream Pass? What do they call it? Can't even think of it now.
Is it? I don't think it's Fright Lane, is it?
Fright Lane, thank you. If you buy the Fright Lane, it comes with the rides, the front line for the rides as well.
Yeah.
In past years, you know, they really didn't do that, so it's nice that they're actually doing that because now you can go on the rides and do the mazes, which is nice. It used to be, you know, back in the past when I used to buy those, it was just for the mazes. So I'm glad that they're including it. But I think it runs like $150.
Yeah, it starts at $145, and it's called the Fright and Fast Lane. So
there we go, Fright and Fast Lane. There you go. But if you are going on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, especially if it's later in the month of October, you might want to consider buying it just because it might be worth it to get it. Because those mazes can, if you get there early enough and you go to the buffet, which is back, that's great. You can actually get on or go through several mazes that they have open before it's open to the public for the regular not Scary Farm. And then you can try to get through everything else. But yeah, it can get kind of crazy at Not Scary Farm. Those lines can take a while. So
yeah, last year was not bad at all, but they did not sell very many of the season passes, and the chaperone policy was preventing a lot of the younger set from getting in there.
Which I'm fine with. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and I mentioned it, I think, last year in a wrap up after Scary Farm. Without the junior high schoolers and high schoolers, there's a very big vibe that is lost because you need all those little boys and girls that are, you know, the girls are getting scared, the guys are trying to, you know, egg each other on and get, you know, do all this stuff. So there's a lot of screaming and laughing and, you know, just outright zaniness happening with those younger kids.
Well, unless you take Cordy in California.
True. but it was without that element of, you know, every now and then having, you know, a group of 7 or 8 junior high schoolers come, you know, charging past you because the monster's running right behind them. You miss some of that. You need a little bit of that in the ghost town streets and, you know, throughout the park, and it was completely missing last year. I mean, at some points, the monsters were looking like bored because it was like, well, there's not that many people around.
Mhm.
So it got to where, okay, well, you need a lot of people in the streets so that the monsters can kind of move around and mix in with everybody and then do the scares. If there's not very many people, you can start watching for where the monsters are and you kind of brace yourself or avoid them. And it just makes it's just a completely different vibe. Like I said, you need to have lots of people and you need that younger set for just for that, youthful scream. And, we're having a great time running and screaming and doing whatever.
Right.
So
Okay.
what about the and then the boo necklace, right? Like that's something you could.
Yes.
We don't talk about boo necklace. Oh,
yeah.
They were booing. They were really like.
Yeah, people were totally against it at the event last week.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, and I was talking with on Saturday. I was talking with Juan about it. It's got to be weird because if you're with a group of people, like let's say there's 5 people, one of them has the boo necklace. It's going to make it hard for any of the other people to get scared because the monsters are going to have to try to avoid scaring the person with the necklace. So the person with the necklace is possibly going to kind of adjust the event for everybody they're with. And at that point, it's kind of like, okay, you're going to walk 10 feet behind us with that necklace because we want to go and get scared.
Right.
So
but
it's
remember,
kind of weird.
It only works outdoors,
right?
And out in the scare zones and around the park. It doesn't work in any indoor areas or mazes. So, in that sense, it's not going to ruin the experience for everyone else. But yeah, outside it definitely could affect it a little bit. But I mean, I think if you know that you're hanging out with someone who's scared and doesn't want to walk through the mazes because they're scared of what they might see or hear and stuff like that, you're kind of already know that you may not get all the scares you want, or then again you may, because as soon as they know that you're scared, they just haunt you and they won't let you go. It's like, oh my goodness. So that's the thing. If you're scared and you go to this event, act not scared. Just think of these people as, hey, normal people just in costume. You'll do a lot better, and they won't spend so much time trying to scare you. As soon as they know you're scared, they will be on you like crazy, nonstop.
Yeah, and we've got a chat that Paul Hayton Photography says they still can get scared indirectly, just not directly.
Directly, right?
So I guess if you're walking in a group like that, then the monster can be targeting somebody off to their left or whatever. And well, I didn't scare you, but you happen to be close enough to hear the loud screams, and
which might be enough, right? Which might be enough because you're like, that was something. The first one where you're just like, he wouldn't leave. Just like, go away.
Well, and that's why my wife Maria was telling you, hey, don't act scared, because you do, they're just going to keep coming back and they will not.
It's so hard not to. I'm like, I was like, no, I can't help it. How do you not act scared?
Yeah, Starport 55 says walking with a purpose works too. But that's why that's why you need a lot of people, so you can't walk like that. You're stuck, behind people, and you're trying to get through, and you're maneuvering through the. That's why you need a lot of people there. That's what makes it fun, is when you're kind of in a position where you can't completely control your own movement. That's what makes it fun.
And I will say, if anyone who's watching us tonight is going to be going to Not Scary Farm, send us a message on Instagram. Let us know when you're going, because we are going to be there. I'm going to definitely be there at least once a week. There at Not Scary Farm, hopefully more if I can. But if you happen to go the night I'm going, then we can all meet up as a group, and if you don't mind being with us while we live stream, we'll have a great time. And like Theme Park Casual said, it's always a lot more fun when you get a group of people to go together and get scared all together at once. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to put together my live streaming schedule, so hopefully I'll be able to get some dates locked down and be able to let everybody know ahead of time.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to do that too. All right, so let's talk about the last one. That's a Calico Candy Mine Ride. So every fall, the Calico mines undergo a fantastical transformation into a candy wonderland. Explore the caves and caverns for candy confections, and keep an eye out for the elusive pink fairy.
Yeah, again, this one's, it's an overlay, but it's family friendly. This one is, it's just themed to Halloween candy. And it's just a fun little thing.
Okay, so let's talk about the Legacy Haunt store and museum. So I could read here, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and show you the live stream that Theme Park Casual did on Saturday. So Theme Park Casual, thank you so much for taking the time to go on Saturday to live stream at Knott's, but also to cover the Legacy store, because unfortunately when Cordy and my wife and Andrew Disney and his girlfriend were with us, we were waiting in line for the Legacy store and museum, and we got told about maybe 20 minutes into the line we still had another hour or so just to wait in line to get to where we were going. And then we needed to take about maybe another half hour to an hour just to get through the register. And so we didn't want to obviously affect the rest of our time, so we took off. Figured we go back another time, but thankfully Theme Park Casual did cover this. So let me actually stop sharing this screen because I need to bring up the other one. Give me a moment. And by the way, thank you everyone for all the comments, and Theme Park Casual and Cordy, thanks for talking about the comments everyone's bringing up. Unfortunately, while we're sharing the screen, I can't really share the comments, or I can't look at them because I'm looking at what we're covering. So thank you for participating and sharing all that information. All right, so here we go. So this right here is actually the getting into the entrance, and then we'll just go ahead and listen to what he has to say and cover it. Obviously, Theme Park Casual may have me pause this so we can talk about some of the things that are being shown there, and so we can discuss those. But here we go.
Haunt store and museum.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Fun graveyard little. Pause it real quick.
Oh, sorry.
I just want to let everybody know this is on the outside of Knott's Berry Farm. This is in what's called the marketplace. It's basically their downtown Disney. So you can go to the Haunt store without having to go to the park. So if you want to just go, I think they still have the 3-hour parking that is free in the marketplace. So you can go, stop in, head to the store, and not have to, you don't have to pay park admission to go into this area. So.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about going to get some of this stuff, I'd probably recommend it, because the nights that they're open for Knott's Scary Farm, I have a feeling this store is going to be packed, and you'll be waiting a long line just to, get into the store, much less get the merchandise and check out.
Yeah, and if you can get there before Scary Farm season actually starts, that would probably be best, because I think shortly into the season, you're probably going to start running out of stuff, because a lot of this is 50th merchandise, and some of it, as we're going to see, is some special items that hopefully they have a good amount of stock on hand.
All right.
So here it is. Room number 1. Themed very much to Origins. It appears that out there on the wall is similar to what you see in the maze for Origins.
Well, half the truck is here.
Yeah.
The other half's right outside the door.
Yeah, because they're how monsters is. That's why trouble.
So you can see they've got this archway, a real creepy face and everything. No worries. And then you kind of just make your way through. Look at, they even got the little kid mask.
Yeah.
You can see they got all the tombstones and stuff. Hey, good vibes, welcome in. It's really cool, they got the little fire effects. Got someone that's kind of taking it a little serious and trying to be a monster and stuff while he's here. I recognize. Yeah, it was kind of weird. There was a guy walking around. A big knot. There was a guy walking around, and he would like come by, and he'd kind of give that kind of like what you were doing, that little snarl growl thing. Yeah, and he would do that, and I'm like, what the heck? And I mentioned it right there. I mentioned it right there. He's a regular. I've seen him before And I don't know if he's just a big Knott's fan or if he has any affiliation, if he's worked as a monster before or what. But yeah, I've seen him before, and it was just kind of odd. But
Well, you are in an odd store too, so
yeah, I mean, and there's people that take the Not Scary Farm thing extremely serious. I mean, this is like their high season. This is their thing, and they lean into it.
All right, very cool. Let's continue on.
Knott's fan. You can take your picture on the big stone throne over here. Got another photo op right there. Big bat symbol up there. Brian Sevilla, welcome in. Hey, Brian. We are in the Not Scary Farm Legacy Haunt Store and Museum, and this is the Loungefly bag that they did special for Not Scary Farm. So you can see it's got the lantern icon on there. And let me see if I could get the price, just to double check for you guys. Don't see a price tag. See if I can find it on the... I want to say it was $99, something like that.
I'm just impressed. They got a Loungefly backpack.
They also have the Scary Farmopoly and the Not Scary Farm history book.
And just wanted to call out real quick. So the gentleman who actually wrote the book, he's going to be doing book signings, I think Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Definitely Fridays and Saturdays. You can go to his Instagram page and find it, but he'll be doing actual book signings if you want to go and get your book signed. So that's kind of cool during the events.
Lots of merchandise. And again, look how well themed it is. It's like you go all the way up. Oh, look at we're at Knott's Berry Farm, and I'm telling you guys to look up because I got the trees and everything coated. That was actually how well done this store was. I forgot to look up, and when I noticed, I was like, oh, look at that. They're doing just as good as Disney with the look up in the stores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can tell there are parts where you have the ceiling still, but I was impressed because when I was watching your live stream, I was like, wow, they went all out. You know, the Universal Studios has been doing the tribute stores for many, many years. They do a great job. It was nice to see that Knott's is finally doing something like it, and they did a great job for the first year. Yeah, it is a really good store.
Tombstone. Oh, so these are names of the previous mazes. So we got the Asylum. Oh, thanks, Brian. It's $99 for the Loungefly. There we go. We've got Revenge of the Dead, Paranormal Inc., Hatchet High.
I'm the
Chilling Chambers.
I will be in
Lore of the Vampire. Horrorwood Hotel. I think that was probably like about the last year that I went. It was about 98, 99, I think were the last years that I went. The Doll Factory and the Tooth Fairy. And then again, another one of those faces for you to walk through. Those things are so darn creepy. Carnival Mesmer.
They are.
Over here. It's got this Spider Woman, Spidora. Again, got good theming with the lights and the sheets hanging out like that. If Carnival is your scare zone, there's a shirt for you. And they got the more fun kind of souvenirs with the little blinky cups and the pumpkin necklace, little horns. Is the pumpkin necklace the actual Boo necklace? I didn't check on that. I can't remember.
No, the Boo necklace actually is white on the end. It lights up blue or purplish, and then the band is like blackish purple or something like that with white writing on it, I thought. And so, yeah, it's not the pumpkin one.
caramel corn. Interesting.
I love how you're like interesting. Puts it back.
There you go. I've always loved that tagline. Not scary farm Halloween haunt. Everyone has to go sometime. That's a good tagline.
It is.
And I thought this was cool the way they do this over here. So it's just like a doorway, but it looks like you're looking out into Ghost Town and there's the monsters walking by.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun thing that they did right there.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Brian, I'm debating whether or not I want to get the lantern. I'm gonna have to see. I might grab it opening night. And they got these old classic posters for Halloween Haunt. Those were the designs from when I was last going, like in the 90s. Show you guys the lantern. Got a cool photo op with Elvira. I believe she autographed the couch or whatever you want to call that seating.
Love seat.
And now we're getting over toward the museum part. So these are different little pieces. Got a creature head from the Labyrinth maze. Mine Ride Ghost right here from when the Mine Ride was considered a maze. Have a handmade prop from Dominion of the Dead. Prop from Doll Factory. I really like that they did this. They brought some of the stuff from the past years and kind of put it out for everybody. Just a really good way to like I've said, honor the past, give the fans from nowadays, a chance to look back and remember some of the stuff that they used to love. Clown maquette from Uncle Bobo's Big Top of the Bazaar.
I remember that maze.
Prop from Hatchet High. And carved puppets from Dia de los Muertos. Yeah, they really did a good job with this, and I'm pretty sure that this store will probably be making a comeback for years to come. Because I think this is a really good way to merchandise everything. Oh, you can even get they've got Elvira stuff. And this little, here in this box, is this figure. See, I got to get better at this because I don't even know how much that thing was. I didn't check the price.
Theme park casual.
That's how I shop.
You're like, oh, it looks expensive. Forget
exactly.
It.
That looks too expensive. I'm not even going to buy it. I'm cheap. Here, I'll try to see what this one is. Hey, Christopher Chavez, welcome in. So this is Sinister Seymour, portrayed by Larry Vincent. Sinister Seymour was a famous television horror host in Southern California during the early 1970s. Sinister Seymour played a crucial role in the creation of Knott's Halloween Haunt as the first headliner of the now world-famous theme park event. This exhibit is a tribute to the massive contribution made by Larry Vincent / Sinister Seymour and his involvement with the birth of Knott's Scary Farm.
And I think that's great.
It's a tribute to the guy who's helped start the whole Halloween Haunt thing. Yeah, not everybody remembers the 70s, the schlock TV stuff like that. That was just way campy. So apparently the asylum is the... Wait, no, that's not the boardwalk. Which one is considered boardwalk? Origins, The Curse of Calico is considered the boardwalk. Dark Ride. Ooh, Dark Ride is Park Place. Interesting.
I like Dark Ride. That was a good one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of get that.
because they got rid of that one.
Yep, you said it.
Now we're getting into the Tales from the Crypt. Got Crypt Keeper mask. This mask was used in The Hanging from the year 2000.
Oh, there he is. Fire really is.
So very cool stuff. And then, of course, what merch store would be complete without these Spirit jerseys? Is this just a sweatshirt? I think that's a Spirit jersey.
Jersey.
That's a Spirit jersey. So 50 years of never-ending nightmares, glow in the dark, not scary farm, and the little Halloween icons. And this will set you back $69.99. So not too bad, especially if Spirit jerseys are your thing. And then they got all these shirts that will glow under black light. We may get a demonstration of the lanterns.
The worker, I didn't want to, intrude on the people while I'm doing a live stream while he was demonstrating. So I was hoping when he came back,
Explanation.
they took off right when I was trying to get their attention.
The conductor, who they seem to be leaning into as kind of like the mascot for Scary Farm. And so the lantern has become a thing, and it's an interactive lantern. Like I said, I'll try to see if we can get an explanation when they come back. It's $40. It's metal. It's it's like the camp metal, so don't think it's like heavy or anything like that. But it's just got the wire to hold, so it's going to be a little. It's not exactly light, so it's not going to be the easiest thing to deal with when you're walking around Scary Farm, going through the mazes and such. And I'm very curious to see if that slows down the throughput for the mazes. I'm hoping it doesn't. But I'll give you a look here at the way they've got it displayed, all in coffins here. See if I can get a.
So that's kind of it for the store, so that we can kind of discuss what we've seen now. I think the only thing left was the little facade that they have up at the front near the registers.
Right. So going back to the lantern, because I think the lantern is really cool, and thankfully we had Andrew Disney with us, and he actually bought or purchased one of the lanterns, so I got to check it out and hold it and whatnot. I also got to talk to one of the cast members there regarding how it worked and whatnot. I will tell you this, and I'm definitely going to do it if I go get the lantern, which I probably will. When he was showing me how to use it, because he was like, look, the basic way you use it is you're always going to put it on the regular flame, but if you want to change the color of flame, you're more than welcome to. You can. However, if you want to put it in interactive mode, you put it on the regular flame and walk around. And he was trying to put it in interactive mode for me, and he couldn't get it to work. And I'm like, that doesn't bode well. This thing is $40. It's $39.99. Now, granted, you get your discount on top of that if you're an annual pass holder, which is great. But for $40, you expect it to work. So when you go to pick out your lantern, I'd have one of the employees there use it. There's 4 different areas in the
tribute store. Yeah,
the tribute store. Yeah, that will the lantern will work with. So make sure your lantern works before you go to the register and purchase it, because the last thing you want to do is find out, I purchased this thing and it doesn't seem to be working. I'm walking around, nothing's happening. So
yeah, I saw today one of the interactions. It's that portrait when you in the first room.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So if you are going to purchase a lantern, like Bob said, make sure that you can get it into the regular flame mode and test it before you purchase.
Yeah,
so absolutely. Do those lanterns work everywhere, like in the mazes? Like, what is it? Just
there's going to be a lot of interactions throughout the mazes and the park.
Okay, so 1,000, I think, is what they said, right? 1,000 interactions is basically
100. I think it's 100.
Oh,
yeah,
actually,
it's like 50. Hold on, because I was bringing up. Let me see here. I know. Darn it, I had let me go find the Instagram site real quick.
Yeah, and Brian Sevilla says that the lightning is another one it reacts to. So
Nice. Very cool.
Oh, 50, yeah,
All
50
right.
interaction.
And I had it so that, let me go back to Instagram here. Sorry about that.
50, another one says 100.
well, I think it's 50 in the mazes, and then there's stuff that's outside of the mazes plus the ones in the store. So I think it totals up to nearly 100 or something like that.
Right.
I mean, 1,000 would be better, but
Well, yeah, that would be great.
Everywhere
if
you
we
go,
did
it's
that.
constantly stuff is going off.
yeah.
Yeah, no kidding there. Darn, they don't even have it on their page. So I apologize. I had it up and I actually closed the tab that I had open, so I don't see it right offhand. But it does have several interactions that you can use it for in the mazes, scare zones, in the tribute store or the legacy store, etc. So definitely, it's one of those gimmicky things. I mean, not everyone's going to want to buy one. I will tell you that having that metal handle, I was kind of concerned with the fact that, especially when we're out there with a gimbal and then we're trying to hold this lantern, I'm like, this is going to get tiring real quick and it's going to get sore in my hand. So I did go out to Amazon. I bought some, neoprene tubing so I could actually, cut it out and put it on top of it. So if I do get it, it's not going to, kill my hand, 2 or 3 hours into, live streaming the event. So
Yeah, Brian mentions, he says, I hope it reacts to Sad Eye Joe. But those kind of things, yeah, it's like at the Peakins, especially. I mean, even at the Undertaker with the Pepper's Ghost, who knows what they might do there? That could be really cool.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that took us an hour and 38 minutes to cover just the Not Scary Farm recap event and give everyone the update on that. So that was a lot of information. So
yeah,
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
And we just barely, we glossed over it. We don't even have details on a lot of this stuff yet. So once we go to get to the park when it's an actual night of the event and everything, we're going to be able to detail, all the new mazes, all the shows. Because right now all we can do is say, hey, we think it's going to be kind of cool, and we're hoping for this and hoping for that, but there's still tons of details that we don't know.
A Good Vibe says, I love how calm you guys are about the event. Can't wait to see your authentic reactions on opening night. So excited. I don't typically get scared very easily, although I did get scared once that night because my wife was behind me and I thought it was her. I turned around and it was a monster and I was like, oh, okay. All right. Great. Definitely not my wife.
Yeah. If you guys watch my live stream from last year at Scary Farm, you'll see how the monsters basically, they can tell that I'm not going to get scared, so they basically avoid me. And unfortunately, I have zero reflexes when it comes to the jump scares. So even if I do get scared from it, I don't react. It's all like an internal scare, and I don't really show it very much. There might be a little bit, but it's not like a jump or anything like that. So I'm the worst person to be going to Scary Farm because it's like I don't react.
Yeah. So we covered this earlier, but Buddy was asking, do they have the don't scare necklaces? Yeah, they call them the boo necklaces or no boo necklace. And so, yeah, they definitely will have them, Buddy. They were not very popular at the event last week, but I'm sure there'll be some people who will buy it. It's a $14.99 for the necklace if you want to get it. But again, remember, it's only good for the outdoor events. It's not good for anything indoor or mazes or anything like that. So if you do wear it, then it's only good for the outside areas, and that's it. Let's see. Do you guys have any other questions that we can cover? I think that's it. Brian Sevilla, thank you so much for the information that we didn't have. You're always very knowledgeable about everything, and I always appreciate your feedback and support. So thank you so much. But with that, Cordy, you want to talk about what we want to cover next?
Did we do food was there anything special for the Not Scary Farm? There's the
Well, we talked about the
to
drinks, but we
say-
didn't talk about all the food. Actually, I don't remember that they actually had anything on the website regarding the food.
Okay.
It just says that they're going to have.
Somebody
you know,
had asked early on, like asking about the food, and I wasn't
Let me
sure
see.
because I think there were some like I don't think they were themed or anything, but I think they had a couple of places right that you could have gotten things just like quick service. But
let's see. So, here, let's. They did have the preview of the drinks. Hold on one second here. That's a video. I know that they had.
If you go to the main page and then scroll down, there should be there's a themed food and drink, and you click learn more, and it's got a little bit of stuff.
Okay.
Nothing too major.
Hold on one second. I'll bring that up for everyone. There we go. Oh. Sorry, my screen's all over the place here. I was trying to scroll to where I need to go. So was under the where'd you say it was?
It's the main Scary Farm page. So if you like highlight Scary Farm in the menu, and then down underneath the photo, there's the Not Scary Farm link.
So this is.
It's the link underneath the photo. When you do the
Yeah,
drop
sorry.
down.
When I went to let's see.
We're trying, folks. We're trying.
Sorry, give me one sec. There we go. Okay, here we go. Learn more. Oh, there we go. Sorry, let me bring this up now. I've got it. So. Okay, so the Scary Farm food and beverage, the Boardwalk Barbecue. They're going to have the Swamp Gator sausage and alligator sausage with pesto sauce and roasted peppers, and the batch crazy pasta. Okay, that's funny. With rabbit tenderloin. Okay, the bow tie pasta with rabbit tenderloin, roasted broccoli, and pepitas, goat cheese, and a raspberry vinaigrette. Okay, that's
rabbit tenderloin.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That sounds kind of batch crazy. So
Yeah, that is hilarious. That is a good name. That is a good
I
name.
love that. At the Grizzly Creek Lodge, we have the Gauntlet Garlic Overload Burger. Comes with Alfredo garlic cream sauce, arugula, and garlic bruschetta. While the mac and cheese pepperoni pizza, which sounds terrible to me because I love pizza, offers up a creamy cheese sauce, macaroni, and pepperoni. I don't know. That doesn't look that great to me. I'll go for the burger maybe. Miner's Mac and Spuds. So at the Miner's Mac and Spuds, we dare you to try our camel stew bread bowl and dreadfully delicious sweet potato pie with walnuts. Yeah, camel stew bread bowl.
I don't know,
It's not
man.
that great to me. All right, how about the prop shop? We're going for some pizza. We got the Spook-Getty pie. It's a spaghetti baked with Alfredo sauce topped with mozzarella sausage and bacon bits served over bolognese sauce sure to please. And there's also the prosciutto decomposing pizza with white sauce, mozzarella, arugula, prosciutto, and a balsamic glaze, as well as the Mutant Turtle Philly cheesesteak pizza. Are they going for them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? What the heck? Which features turtle meat, really?
Oh,
Sliced Philly meat, nacho cheese, mozzarella, and peppers. Okay, they are definitely going for the bizarre and unusual.
I was going to say they're going for it, which is impressive.
Yeah, it is. So then we also have other eerie eats. We have the a la Diabla fries, which is at the Papa's Mexicanas, and it's yucca fries with deep fried shrimp in a spicy Diabla sauce, cilantro lime rice, poblano de crema, and corn kernels and green onions. Oh, it says available select nights. So
Yeah, I wonder what that means. Unless
Maybe
I
it's
can't
like
imagine.
the main nights.
I was going to
Fridays
say
and
maybe
Saturdays or
Fridays and
something.
Saturdays. That's terrible if they do that.
Yeah, fingers and toes at Calico Tater Tots. You got your French fries and tater tots combined with ground beef, shredded cheddar cheese, and tomatoes and cilantro. See, that doesn't sound so bad. Again, available select nights. And then dreadful drinks. Judge Roy Bean, you got the saddle up to the bar and sling back a pickle hitchin whiskey and pickle juice and a cord out pickle. No, that doesn't sound.
That's hilarious.
Or enjoy
the pickle
naughty,
is your shot glass.
Exactly. The Naughty Bean with the bourbon, Nutella, Bailey's cream, and coffee served over ice. Yeah, that might be a popular hit for most people. I love bourbon, but I don't like Nutella. I love Bailey's and cream, but I'm not a coffee person, huge coffee person. So, yeah, I'll stick with the stick with the Devil's Elixir. All right, and then sweet treats. Ooh, serial killer funnel cake. All right. Almost looks like Killer Clowns from Outer Space built that one. The Serial Killer funnel cake features powdered sugar, strawberry topping, assorted cereals, red condensed milk, edible sugar knife, and a vanilla ice cream. The Cinema Slasher funnel cake. The Cinema Slasher funnel cake features powdered sugar, strawberry topping, cinema candies, vanilla ice cream, and chocolate sauce. And Ginger Snaps funnel cake. I love Ginger Snaps. That was a great horror film. Funnel cake features a cinnamon sugar funnel cake with ginger bits, ginger snap cookies, and vanilla ice cream. Ooh, we got more.
But wait,
Black
there's
velvet
more.
cake. Yeah, I know. But wait. Oh, yeah. Remember how they kept saying that at the event last week? But wait, there's more. One more
Black
thing.
velvet cake. Got raspberry beignets. And then just a bunch of cookies and macarons and stuff.
Yeah, let's go back to the black velvet cake. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Raspberry beignets look good. The desserts to die for. So they have witches cupcakes, jack-o'-lantern brownie, zombie skull, and Halloween Snoopy cookie. Ooh, Halloween Snoopy cookie. Oh, they have a spider cookie too. That's cool. Those will probably all be at the bakery item or bakery items at the baker shop. So that's cool. But yeah, it looks like they've got quite a few things. Anything else? Oh, that's it.
No, I think that's it.
All the desserts to die for. All right.
So yeah, I don't know about those foods with the weird meats.
Yeah, alligator.
Not eating turtle pizza.
Yeah, turtle, rabbit. Rabbit's good.
Camel.
But camel, yeah. I don't know, man. Is there a camel hump in there? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's
Watch the soup. It's got a hump. It's too funny. Good vibes is all. Yum. I don't know. Maybe you're talking about the desserts are good vibes.
Yeah.
But, good vibes. I definitely wouldn't be saying yum to some of the other stuff. That's for sure. All right. I think it's time to continue on. So what are we talking about next, Cordy?
Well, we're going to be talking about food, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's
right.
We're going to drive over to Disneyland. We have Tiana's Palace opening up on September 7th. So we've been admiring it from afar with all the fences around it for a while now. So really excited to see what it looks like live and what they have to offer. So they did release some information on what they're going to have there, and it looks to be the same, right? Like that cafeteria style restaurant. They'll have mobile order, so really makes it convenient there. But I'm excited to see what they roll out there with entertainment, and if Tiana will be on the balcony, or what they have in store for us.
Well, thankfully, we're not going to have to wait long because it opens on, drum roll, September 7th.
September 7th.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Just over a week away.
Yep, exactly. So this is on the D23 website, and they were sharing what it looks like inside the restaurant. So we thought we'd show you this before we cover the food items. But I like this awning that's or I don't know, what is this, like a ceiling, I guess, more than awning inside. you know, someone had told me, I think there's too many bubble lights, too brightly lit. But, you know, that's the way it is. I kind of like the bubble lights. I like how brightly lit it is and how you can see everything. And I love the decor. So I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think if you know that's where you're getting your food, you don't want it dimly lit. You know, maybe if it was, you know, a fine dining kind of a thing, then maybe it might be a little too bright. But, you know, for a quick service and that's where you're getting the food, yeah, it's nice to have a bright, you know, be able to see what you're getting.
Well, even here, like this is not a window, but I like how they put, you know, the scene of the swamp. It's nice. It's looks inviting and like someplace you'd want to go visit and check out, you know. Of course, I think some of the decor that they had, like the frog bells here, I think that's kind of a neat, you know, take on the whole, you know, New Orleans flair. And of course, we got the Firefly 5 plus Lou. So we were talking about this before we started the live stream today about how we're really kind of hoping they're going to have some, you know, live music outside, obviously inside. And it mentions even here in this article, it says that our musicians at Walt Disney Imagineering put together a fabulous jazz score for inside the restaurants. And it feels authentic to the space and it adds an excited energy. So I'm looking forward to, you know, seeing what it looks like and you know, in person as well as hearing, you know, the music. But I'm really interested to see what they end up doing as far as, like Cordy was mentioning, are they going to have Tiana, you know, come out and greet everyone, which I'm sure they probably will. Are they going to have a live band outside? So those are some, you know, things that I guess we're all waiting to see, you know, what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's still to be seen. One thing I do like is the Firehouse 5 plus Lou. I believe that was in the movie, if I'm not mistaken, that was the name of the band at the end. But if you guys know your Disneyland history, you know that the Firehouse 5, it was the Firehouse 5 plus 2 was the band that I believe it was Ward Kimball was part of with the Disney Imagineers. So it's kind of a nice little nod to the history of Disney.
It is. So let me share this tab. So this is from the Disney Parks blog, and they actually show, you know, the food in detail. So that's obviously one of the beignets, signature beignet that they're going to have there. But let's go into here. So here, Theme Park Casual and Cordy, it looks like they're showing the Seven Greens gumbo with chicken and andouille sausage. So that looks pretty good. Plus the house gumbo. You know, I love their gumbo. Their gumbo is so good at Disneyland. You know, to me, you know, I can't be in New Orleans, so it's close, I guess, I can get. But and I'm sure there's other restaurants around, you know, Orange County you can get some good house gumbo. But man, I do love their gumbo. One thing that looks really edible to me here is this Cajun spice half chicken. That looks tasty. That looks good to me.
Yeah, I'm not big on the Cajun stuff, but yeah, it does look. I'm tempted to try that one.
Wait, what? Do I know you? Who are you? I'm kidding. You don't like Cajun spice? Who doesn't like Cajun spice?
I'm not a spicy kind of guy. I'm not a peppery. It's just not. That's not my flavor.
I have to give you a hard time, Theme Park Casual.
I know.
But yeah, the barbecue chicken, or the chicken is brushed with a house-made chicory barbecue sauce, and it's served with baked macaroni and cheese and coleslaw. So that looks good to me. A couple of the other things I had down here were the muffaletta sandwich. Now this sounds interesting because it's stacked mozzarella, salami, rosemary ham, cheddar, provolone, and a house-made olive relish on a toasted New Orleans sesame seed bun. Oh, what do you guys think? It does kind of sound good. I'm interested to give it a try.
Yeah.
And I love shrimp po' boy sandwiches, but they have a beef po' boy sandwich.
That's the one I'm interested in.
Yeah, that looks really, really good too. So I think that might be really tasty. And look, it looks like they're serving it with some gumbo.
No, I think that's. I think I read it was red beans and rice.
Darn it! I'm wrong. Red beans and rice. That what it is. Let's see. Shredded tomato, top of French bread. Oh yeah, here it is. It says both tasty bites are served alongside red beans and rice and house-made pickles. So, all right, never mind. I guess if I just read the article, I would know what it said. And then we have the Gulf shrimp and grits. And I am partial to grits. I do love grits, although especially for breakfast. But this to me actually looks really tasty. I love a good Creole sauce, and this looks like a really tasty Creole sauce there, mixing with the shrimp and the grits a bit. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think they had this already, right? Maybe it wasn't Creole, but right? It's a Creole dish. Was that right? This one?
Yep.
Because I think they had this one already. I remember seeing it on some videos, right? That they had the grits with the shrimp. So and from what everybody was saying, it was really, really good. So I haven't had it yet, though. I don't know if it's grits.
Yeah, grits is not for everyone. It kind of reminds me a little bit of I know people are going to be like, "What, Bob?" But kind of like what was that? Oh shoot, I can't even think of the name now for breakfast.
The malto meal or the
no, not malto meal. Oh man, I can't even think of it now.
cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "No, Bob, what are you talking about?" All right. And then obviously we got your cornbread, you got your mac and cheese. It's buttermilk cornbread. It's baked macaroni and cheese, red beans and heirloom rice, the coleslaw, cheesy grits, and a plant. Now this is for the younger kids, for the little ones, but they have the roasted chicken drumstick served with a sweet barbecue sauce and the heirloom rice. This looks good to me. I know it's for kids, but the toasted ham and cheese sandwich, I know it doesn't look like much, but to me that looks good. And I'd try that. And then it's topped with a savory ham and provolone, which I'm always good for ham and provolone. And then of course you've got the classic baked macaroni and cheese is on the menu for the kids as well. And then they all come accompanied by cutie mandarin oranges and applesauce with a choice of Dasani water or small low-fat milk. But let's talk about a couple other good things. So this is the house-filled beignet.
That looks good.
Is that the $5 beignet?
Yep. $4.49.
$4.49. So like the $5 shake, but it's a $5 beignet.
Yeah.
But this one sounds really good because it comes with a lemon icebox pie filling topped with lemon glaze for the perfect bite. It's called. So it does look tasty. It does look.
Yeah,
good.
I'm really dying to try that one right now. Even at $4.49 for one beignet, I'm still like, I've got to try it.
I mean, how big? Look, it's on a small plate. It looks pretty big, but how big do you think it really is?
It's probably basically about the size of a Krispy Kreme donut, probably at the most.
Okay. All right.
So.
And then we also have this specialty sip is on the menu. So we got Joffy's coffee chicory cold brew topped with sweet cream. And it's a must for coffee lovers, it says. But then the one that looks cool to me is the Ray Firefly Globe Cube. It's also available for purchase with a beverage. That's extra. So you can get that added on to your drink. And it'll light up your drink just like Evangeline lights up the night sky. So, oh, how cute. And of course, the coup de grace here, which is really, if you want to take home a piece of Tiana's Palace with you, then you can buy the lily pad and lotus cup ceramic set for you. And it even comes with the house-filled beignet for you to sink your teeth into. So you can buy this. This, by the way, is running everyone $35 to buy the cup set.
I was going to say $29.99.
Yeah, it's $35. So
$34.99.
Yeah, $34.99. So it's $35. You can buy 2 of these. They limit you to buy 2 at a time. You can buy up to 10 for the Ray Firefly Glow Cube, which are probably selling for like $5. But you can only get a limit of 2 for the lily pad and the lotus cup set. So yeah, and it's cute. I like it. It's cool, but they're kind of hiding that lily, or not the lily pad. They're hiding the lotus cup. So it kind of makes me wonder: is it really terrible looking? Why are they hiding it behind the lily pad? Why don't they
Yeah.
have it out so you can see it better? It kind of makes me wonder.
Kind of an odd photo.
It is. I mean, the frog looks cute, obviously, and the lily pad looks cute, and the beignet looks yummy. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking this is not a very big dish or cup set, so maybe that's why they're hiding the cup. I have no idea.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because the beignet can't be. I mean, it can only be so big. So
Well, and look,
Actually.
you can see the bottom of the cup there in the lily pad. You can
Yeah,
actually
the
see
little
how big the
cup
bottom
section.
part of the cup.
Mhm.
So it's not super huge. It looks like it's just a small little cup that you can, put some milk or juice or water or whatever you want to put in it. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how big it is once we actually, see it in person and before Theme Park Casual buys it because he loves collecting this stuff.
Oh yeah, they know me.
Big collector there. So I think that's it. So that's what they're serving. It looks really good. I'm looking forward to seeing it open. I think they've done a great job of putting it together. I'm happy to see it, finally opening. I think it'll tie in well to New Orleans, and the food looks good. I'm planning on getting the kids menu stuff as well as the adult stuff just to give everything a little try. What about you guys?
that I want first. That and one of those sandwiches.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to try the beignet. That'll be the first thing that I try. I'd like to try the beef po' boy and maybe the muffaletta. But I'm not big on shrimp and the chicken. Maybe I might see if I could bum a little piece off of somebody before I actually spring for it.
Alpha Bear Place 28.
Maybe somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if it's maybe, because if I get it and it's like way too spicy for me, then I'm going to be, kind of disappointed because it's like I can't eat it. So that's why it's like if I could get just a little taste and it's like not too bad, then it's like, okay, cool, I can get some and I'll try it. But we shall see.
I think it's funny. So Bianca says, "I'm excited to see less construction walls." LOL.
Yeah.
I think all of us are looking forward to that. And even oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say they're actually bringing the construction walls and tarps off of the treehouse. So who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a double whammy, and maybe they'll open up both of them around the same time.
I don't know. Give it another like 4 days, and those tarps will be right back up on the treehouse for whatever reason. I don't know why they keep doing that. It's like crazy.
I don't know. Up, down, up, down. So Juan said that we are doing the muffaletta with extra pickled olive medley. He also said that the muffaletta isn't spicy, and I doubt that South Disney will make it with the pickled olive medley. So we'll see.
Yeah. Now, one concern I do have about Tiana's, I don't have any confirmation. Couldn't find any photos, but I'm hoping that the bandstand is still there out in the outdoor eating area. And I'm looking at one of the other articles. This is from Friday, August 18th. And it talks about Tiana's Palace restaurant set to open in Disneyland Park on September 7th. And I'm skimming through the article real quick, and I don't find anything that talks about, and there'll be the band playing or anything like that. So
Do you think that they'll move? Do you think they will stop the concert on the river and move it on shore, or do you think they'll keep that going? What are your thoughts?
I think they'll keep it on the river because it feels like a bigger show that way, and it entertains more people and kind of gives the rivers a reason to pull people for fireworks. So I would think that the Tiana's Palace would have the music during the daytime, like from noon till about 5-6 o'clock ish, that there'd be maybe 3 or 4 sets that a band would do. Because I'll tell you, when I did the Disney cruise, the first night was Tiana's place on the cruise, and they had Tiana and a 3-piece little jazz trio, and they blew the roof off the place. It was so much fun. They had all the kids dancing around. They were doing all this. If if they don't bring that to this,
Mm-hmm.
it is such a big missed opportunity. And it's going to be a disappointment for me because it's like part of what makes The Princess and the Frog a great movie is that jazz music.
Mm-hmm.
And if they only have it on the inside when you're getting your food, like I said, it's a miss. It's a fail in my opinion, because the music was so integral. And I mean, when you think of New Orleans, the music is basically part of the city. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to kind of do that and have this, feel, how can you not include the live music? So I hope that they just haven't said anything and it's coming and whatever, or maybe it's like, you know what, it's going to be so crazy when it opens. We don't want to add, more moving parts to this thing until we kind of, figure out the logistics and what happens with it. And that's fine. I would be perfectly fine with that, but I hope that the bandstand is still there and eventually we get the music back.
And even if they don't have Tiana singing, it'd be great to have Queenie and the Jambalaya band come out and sing. I mean, they're great. I would love that.
Yeah, have Tiana introduce them, and then she walks off stage, and that's that. But yeah, it feels like there's got to be something like that. There has to be some music element out there in the patio, live music preferably. So like I said, I'm hoping that it's just something that's not been said and it is coming, but the hairs on my neck are standing up going, where's the music? Come on. Especially because we've talked about it. I mean, basically ever since Phantasmic went down, we've been talking about it, how Knott's Berry Farm has been going crazy with the entertainment to the point to where it's like you can't even see it all in one night. And then all summer long, it was changing every night. You had new bands, new set lists all summer long.
Mm-hmm.
And when they brought Queenie and the Jambalaya Jazz Band, it was like, talk about breathing life back into that section of the park at night. Exactly what they needed. This is another one of those things. Like, just give us the music. And if it's even just, whoever the band is that normally plays out in New Orleans Square, just move them over to the bandstand and let them play there for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ask. So I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it needs to be. But if I was running the park,
I think it needs it. That would definitely. I felt like I didn't see it enough before, right? It was really hard to catch
mm-hmm.
one of the shows. So hopefully I just hope they just make it like really lively, right? And not as dark. That's what I was thinking about when you were talking about the lights. That kind of the old look. It was very dark because I've eaten out there at nighttime and I can't even see what I'm eating. It was so dark out on the, in that area. So I think that's a great. I don't know. We just need it to be more lively, so that's gonna kind of pump that up, I think.
Yeah, like I said, when it was on the cruise, it was far and away the best show interaction, anything that happened the entire cruise. That night was just set the whole tone for me for the cruise. It was just like, fantastic. It was upbeat. It was happy. It was just amazing. Like I said, if they can't bring that to New Orleans Square, at least have some sort of music. But I would prefer that they have Tiana up there singing, doing the whole thing, But of course, if they're going to do that, then it's an upcharge and you're, blocking people out from it or whatever. But I don't know.
Well, I think they're great. Actually, Mermaid Plans was she was applauding you there, Theme Park Casual. She thought she agreed with you and thought that's a great idea. So I think it's a great idea too. It'd be great. Even Silver Stars was talking about Queenie. She does the same set every show, but I don't care if she does the same show every set. If they just had someone there to do some music and bring you some entertainment, that would be amazing. So. Even Donnyland says they must bring this back. So,
yeah. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's just that it's not been announced, or like I said, they could be waiting to figure out operationally, how does everything work, and what are the crowd patterns, when do we slot the music in, kind of thing. So, but we shall see.
Well, hey, maybe they're going to bring Murphy and blow him up there on the stage.
Yeah.
Too funny. Well, I think we covered pretty much. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's going to be a busy week leading up to it with, other festivities. This week's a busy week with San Francisco, right? Officially opening on Thursday. So
that's right.
That's a big deal. The bridge was painted. That was complete, but it wasn't open to crotch yet last time I was there.
Yeah. They probably did that at the last minute.
Yeah. And then Haunted Mansion, of course, reopening with Permission Holiday on Friday.
Yeah, Friday's the big day.
Yeah.
Well, Thursday's the big day for San Francisco opening and Wondrous Journeys.
Yeah, I know.
Going dark.
Gotta balance out, right?
Yeah.
Terrible. I'm having hard conversations already.
Yeah. Are you guys going to be there on Thursday for the final show of Wondrous Journeys?
Yes, I will be there on Thursday to check out San Francisco and to see Wondrous Journeys. I'm just hoping it doesn't get canceled because of the wind or something like that. That would be awful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it would take probably a little extra wind for them to cancel the final night. I'm thinking, just because there's a lot of people that are there for it's like final show. So I would hope that they might say, oh, it looked like a 3 miles per hour reading, but but I'm going to be there Wednesday, so that's going to be my last chance to see Wondrous Journey. So hopefully it goes off on Wednesday. And then who's going on Friday? Who's going to be there for first day of Halloween time?
I can't be there. So just to let everyone know, my family and I are. Yeah, we're going on a cruise down to Mexico. So we leave Friday night. And so I won't be back till the following week. So I won't be doing any streaming after Thursday for, almost a week or so. But I'll be taking a nice, needed vacation with the family. So unfortunately, I will not be there for September 1st to see all the Halloween stuff. But I will be checking it out next week for sure.
Okay, so Cordy will be there Friday. So she'll be the first one to check out Halloween time.
Rope drop.
Seriously,
okay,
you doing rope drop?
She's not doing
that. Would be
drop.
a first. Wow. You know what? Yeah, I'm not taking that bet because I would always lose. She said she's going to be there. Rope drop. Nope.
I'm be the first one on Haunted Mansion.
So Cordy will be there Friday for the first day. I'll be there. I'm planning to be there Saturday, and I may do a full on rope drop to close kind of a day. We shall see.
Cool. That's awesome.
So.
All right. So I think we that was a lot to cover, and I think it was good to kind of cover Not Scary Farm, like what we're expecting, and then seeing future live streams from Berryfest 28 and Theme Park Casual on the festivities that actually go on right during the event. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. Real quick, Bianca said, I forgot how spoiled we were over summer getting reservations. So getting reservations for 9/1 has been tricky. And she's right. It's going to start getting tricky again because everyone's pass will be, back in full swing again. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised that I was able to get one for Saturday. So,
I think we'll be able to, I think 9/1 is just popular because that's the first day of Halloween. Right. So everyone's trying to go. So that's why, and maybe that's why you're able to get Saturday, but it's going to definitely get tougher trying to, go to the park again. But it's been nice this summer for those of us that had the, higher pass. So we didn't have to worry about being blocked out the whole time.
Yeah. And so our job, Bob, is going to be to do such a great job with the Not Scary Farm live streams that Cordy has serious FOMO and ends up getting a ticket somewhere down the line.
It sounds great to me, man. It's all starting September 21st.
Yep.
Very cool. All right. Shall we close it out, everyone?
I
think so.
No other questions? I think we're good.
Yeah. Let's see.
All
Oh, EJ says hi.
Hi, EJ's Adventures. Carla and Kiko are in the house. But thank you, everyone, for joining us for episode 5, if you can believe it. Looking forward to many more with the holidays coming up. So I think there'll be like tons of things to cover. So, make sure just keep your notifications on for all 3 channels. So we, just kind of catch each one. Again, we can tell everybody where we can find you. Theme Park Casual.
You can find me on YouTube at Theme Park Casual, as well as X and Instagram. And those are the best places to keep up on when I'm going to be going live. That's usually where I make my announcement, because I can't have a severely set schedule. I can try to set things, but so if you follow me on X and Instagram, you'll be up to date as to when I'm going live.
Okay, wonderful. Barry Place 28.
Yep. So thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button for all 3 of our channels for the Park Streamers Hangout tonight. And as always, thank you for being here. You can find me at Barry Place 28 on Instagram, X, and YouTube. And like Theme Park Casual said, I will be hopefully coming out with a schedule soon. I'll be streaming for sure on Thursday this week. I don't think I could do it tomorrow night after all, but I was going to try to do it tomorrow night as well. But definitely Thursday, and then I will probably the week after next, starting with the 12th, I'm going to try to do Disneyland and Not Scary Farm every week, so that I'm showing you, Disneyland as well as Not Scary Farm. So hang in there with us. Me and Theme Park Casual will be showing you all the scary stuff. You'll be getting lots of Disney stuff from Cordy, so you can definitely check that out. But thank you for joining us. And Cordy, where can we find you?
YouTube, Cordy in California, as well as Instagram, same handle, Cordy in California, and then on X, I'm Cordy in Cali 1, the number 1. And I think I will have gone to, I'm doing Oogie Boogie September 7th.
September 7th. Okay,
I think that
nice.
comes before our next episode.
Yeah, I was going to say our next Park Streamers is scheduled for September 11th.
9/11.
Yep. So we'll be able to wrap up with Cordy with her adventures at Oogie Boogie Bash. So that should be a good one.
Excited for that.
Nice. And then I go the next night, so that'll be really cool.
Ah. Wait, are you going? What day are you going?
I'm going the 12th.
Okay, this Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going the day after our next. And if you guys haven't figured out, we pretty much have kind of got a set day. So we usually do Mondays now for our Park Streamers Hangout every 2 weeks. So that's why we said the 11th will probably be our next show. And it may change from time to time, but we're going to try to keep it on Mondays for you guys.
Yeah. And Silver Stars, we did invite Adventures in the Park, but he wasn't able to make it this time. So we've got to try to figure out a topic that he enjoys talking about. He wasn't too into the Not Scary Farm thing, so he said he wouldn't be joining us tonight. So, but we definitely he is invited every single time that we've had him the last couple of weeks. So it's simply up to him.
Yep. And you will see him live streaming more now because he got his AT&T line.
Yes,
so
he will be streaming more,
a lot more, and having fun. So that's good too. So definitely check out his channel if you haven't checked it out already. Well, from all of us to all of you, it's been a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we hope to see you on our next live stream.
All righty, we'll see you. Bye, kids.